live from the London Stock Exchange by the SABMiller Chief Financial Officer, Malcolm Wyman. Thank you so much for joining us. What is your biggest concern today? Good morning. What is your biggest concern? We have rising costs. We have really the price of a lot of the raw materials you use going up. How can you keep that under control?
Well, I think, first of all, I should say that we are very pleased with the set of results that we've produced in what has been a fairly mixed trading conditions around the world. And emerging markets have continued to grow during the last 12 months. And that's given us a 19% increase in earnings per share. And we beat estimates right across our income statement. So we start off with a very good base for the coming year. Just to talk about raw material costs, we have said that we follow a very strict hedging program, and because of that we are well hedged. But how concerned are you about inflation in the future? This is something that actually a lot of CEOs and chief financial officers have been telling us over the last couple of quarters, is that this is going to be a big concern for pricing issue margins going forward. Well, going forward, we are well over 50% hedged in our raw material costs, so we have a good idea what our costs will be into the next financial year. And we're comfortable that raw material costs will be up in low single digits. So we're not expecting any significant rises in raw material costs in our business coming through in the next financial year.
Now, what about M&A? We've spoken to a lot of investors, but also analysts, telling us that actually you would really benefit from consolidating either with another group, either being a takeover target, or you yourself going out there and buying something. Are you interested in any companies? Would you, for example, be interested in Foster's?
Well, look, there are a lot of discussions about these issues, but I really can't comment on speculation like that.
But would you consider any European companies that you would want to buy up? It's just more to understand whether you see yourself as a takeover target, or whether you think and you really want to be the acquirer in any consolidation.
Well, we focus on our business, we focus on organic growth, and we do focus on opportunities in the regions we operate in. But I really can't comment on speculation about takeover targets.
All right. Would you consider a share buyback if you didn't make a major acquisition in the next 12 months?
Well, I think that's the issue to look at, because we have a very strong balance sheet. And we're looking for growth. We're a top-line growth company. So we do look to grow our business organically very strongly. At this stage, we are not looking at share buybacks. But we do recognize that if over the next 12 to 24 months our balance sheet was to keep strengthening and we did not have a use for the funds, then I have no doubt that we would consider all opportunities and possibilities to make our balance sheet more efficient. And when that happened, we would talk to shareholders and we would make the appropriate announcement. Now,
Malcolm Wyman, you're stepping down. What is your biggest, actually your best advice for the person who's going to take over from you?
Well, I think the business itself has been running absolutely fantastically. And I think that my successor comes in a business which is running very well. And I certainly wouldn't want to give him, tell him what to do. I think he will come in. He's a very experienced person. He will pick up the reins from where I leave them, and I think he will carry on extremely well by just following what is happening in the business without any major change.
And do you know what you're doing next? Are you retiring or going into something else?
Well, I'm staying in business to the extent that I will be serving on a number of boards. And I'll also have a little bit of free time to watch what's happening with SABMiller.
All right. We wish you the best of luck, Malcolm Wyman. Thank you so much.